South Mountain, meanwhile, well, they're around the bottom of the ACCAC. They have a record of 0-10-1. South Mountain, this was the team that Yavapai faced in their season opener back in late August. And what a season opener it was for Yavapai as they got themselves a 12-0 victory over the Cougars. Yavapai already on the field in their formation. They are wearing their gold jerseys today. South Mountain, they're in the blue jerseys with white trim, white numbers. Philip Perez will be in goal today for South Mountain. Getting the start in goal for Yavapai, meanwhile, that will be Logan Rabaska. Rabaska 3-0 this season, 6 saves, 1 goal against. A 0.25 goals against average. And we're about ready to get going with our game. Gorgeous day here in Prescott. Temperature dropping a little bit, but not too much. It's sunny and 65 degrees here in everybody's hometown. South Mountain with the initial possession of the ball. As they bring it over to the far side of the field, now it's Yavapai's turn to have possession. Pass over to number 5, that's Gabriel Claudio. Claudio passes it over to Mondragon. Mondragon taking it toward the halfway line, passes through the circle to Isaiah Strong. Strong, nice pass over to number 14, Jonathan Mayen. Mayen with 2 goals last Saturday in the Rough Riders 4-2 win over Mesa. Quiros takes the shot, and that one is going to bounce way out of bounds. Over the fence. I should say over the lower fence here at Ken Lindley Field. Didn't go over the upper fence, which would have put it into the traffic going up and down Gurley Street. South Mountain to kick this one. Game just underway here at Ken Lindley Field. Header in the circle by Mondragon. And now Mayen chasing it down, and he beats number 24, Jesse Amarias, to the ball. Eduardo Flores over to Mayen. Mayen turning, deflected off a South Mountain player, back to Mayen. And there's a shot, and in the net it goes. 43-16, less than 2 minutes into the game, and Yavapai is already on the board. Certainly didn't take him too long to score here, unlike in Saturday's contest where Yavapai, well, they were shut out the entire first half before getting 4 unanswered goals in the second half against Mesa. But Yavapai, I guess today figured, hey, let's not go through that again. Let's just get a goal right off the bat. And they do. 1-0 Yavapai. Loac Borez gets the first goal of the game for Yavapai. And the assist goes to Jonathan Mayen. Mayen, one of the conference leaders in assists. And for Borez, that is his 3rd goal of the season. Meanwhile, Jonathan Mayen, 8 assists so far in 2019. In fact, he is tied. Actually, he went into today tied for 2nd in the conference in that category. Throw in by the Rough Riders. Quiros has it. Ball gets away from him, but lands on the foot of Mayen. Mayen turns, shoots, cleared out of the box by South Mountain. And now a header by Strong over to Quiros. Quiros trying to break through a couple of South Mountain defenders. In the box, turns with the pass, and that will be taken out of the box by South Mountain. Ball skips off the foot of Amarios, and Yavapai with possession again. Quiros has it. Little trip there on Flores. No whistle. Flores going to take it over to the corner. Now down the sidelines, pass over to number 8, Ryan Wallace. Back to Flores. And now South Mountain stripping the ball away. That's number 16, Brandon Thomas at the clear. And picking that one up is Mondrigan on the far side. He'll pass toward the circle to Isaiah Strong. Another pass to Wallace hanging around the halfway line. Pass intended for Manuel Quiros, but the ball rolls out of bounds. Actually, officials going to say deflected off of a South Mountain player. Wallace to throw it in with 41:11 to go in the first half. 1-0 Yavapai, thanks to the Loic Borges goal. Strong to Isaac Flores over on the far side. Rough Riders heading toward the box. Pass over to Quiros. And Quiros gets tangled up with Chris Cortez. Ball still in the box now, cleared by South Mountain. Not very far, though. And the Cougars get possession. They try to bring up the field. Kicked away by Borges. Action over on the far side of the field now. And Isaiah Strong has it at the circle. Long pass over to Manuel Quiros. Quiros trying to deke around a couple defenders. Now he's going to pass it toward Mayen. And it looks like they're going to call offside on this one. With 40-10 remaining in the first half, it's 1-0 in favor of the Rough Riders. And it looks like Philip Perez. Actually, I thought he was going to kick that one. Instead, it'll be one of the South Mountain players. Header by Yavapai. South Mountain gets the ball back. Looking for their first shot on goal. And now stolen by the Rough Riders. Eduardo Flores with the pass over to Quiros. Quiros taking it past the halfway line. Moving deeper into South Mountain territory. Crosses it to Flores. Back to Quiros. Quiros moves in, gets tripped up in the box. But no call. And it looks like the South Mountain player got the worst of that, as Amarillos kicks that one way downfield. Yavapai, however, gets the ball back, and we do have a South Mountain player near the Cougar goal as Rabaska clears that one. Finally back on his feet, and that was number 15, Chris Cortez. Tripped up Manuel Quiros earlier, but looks like Cortez got the worst of it. Finally back on his feet. Kicked by Quiros. Slow roller that will easily be fielded by Perez. Not a very far kick by Perez, and Isaiah Strong gets the ball back. Has to fight off Elijah Blackgoat for it. Yavapai still with the ball. Mayen trying to split through a couple defenders. Makes the pass. Intercepted by South Mountain. And here come the Cougars. Amarillos with the ball. Ball rolling deep into Yavapai territory. Kick toward the box, intercepted by Yavapai. Not for long, though. Amarillos has it, and now cleared by the Rough Rider defense. Now Mayen with it at the circle. Trying to get the pass to Borges. Borges, long pass to Manuel Quiros. Quiros in the box, turns, and they're going to call offsides. 1-0 Rough Riders, 37-35 left to go in the first half. Cortez kicks that one away, headed by the Rough Riders, Ryan Wallace to Quiros. Quiros passes it back to Wallace, now over to Quiros. Quiros with the cross and knocked away by one of the Cougar defenders and then cleared. Over on the far side, run down by Jose Daniel Amarillos. They take it down the far side of the field. Michael Miller with it now. South Mountain just passing the ball back and forth right now. Can't find a way to break through the Rough Rider defense over there on the far side of the field. Ball now to Dair Figueroa. And now Gonzalez with it. Gonzalez, the pass over to Amarillos, and knocked away by Yavapai. Quiros with it. Quiros, pass, gets away from Tucker Fenton. Fenton chasing it down, gets near the box, has the ball now, just has one defender to beat. Ball skips away from him. Fenton gets it back. Fenton turns, shoots, and a roller right into the hands of Philip Perez. 36 minutes remaining here in the first half. 1-0 Rough Riders. Loic Bores with the lone goal for Yavapai. Yavapai College coming into this contest ranked number 17 in the nation in the latest NJCAA poll. In fact, 4 Arizona colleges are in the top 20. Hard hit there on Mayen. And that will induce a whistle, and now Mayen will get up and kick this one for the Rough Riders. Again, Yavapai, last time these two teams got together, with a 12-0 win over the Cougars in the season opener. Kick by Mayen, rolls right into the hands of Perez. Header by the Rough Riders. Now Eduardo Flores with it in the circle. Loose ball, and it's going to be the Cougars who get it. Chris Cortez kicking it over to the far side. Chasing it down for Yavapai is going to be Isaac Flores. In the circle to the other Flores, Eduardo. Rough Riders just kicking it around the far side of the field, waiting for their chance. Try to break through and get a shot on goal. Eduardo Flores trying to get around the defense. Stolen away. Looks like that's Cortez. Now Cortez will send it downfield. And Rabasca going to come up to the edge of the box and field that one and then roll it to one of his teammates. And that was Mondragon. Now Rough Riders with it in Cougar territory. Nice sliding kick there by number 23, Joe Gonzalez, to break up the play. Now Amarillos with it. Amarillos in the box. And stolen by the Yavapai defense. Great job by Mondragon to come in there and break up that South Mountain attack. South Mountain so close to getting their first shot on goal. Loic Bores with the kick off the head of Manuel Quiros, and Quiros, ball bounces just wide of net. Quiros didn't miss that one by much. And now Chris Cortez will kick this one away for South Mountain. 33:05 left to go in the first half. It's 1-0 in favor of the Rough Riders. Cortez waiting for the South Mountain offense to get set up. Yavapai with the ball. Quiros kicking it into the circle for Eduardo Flores. Mayen going to get it, but South Mountain has it back. Now ball bounces to Ryan Wallace. He's going to kick that one back to Claudio. Claudio going to roll that one over to the keeper, Rabasca. Isaiah Strong with it, taking it past the circle. Pass over to Tucker Fenton. Fenton with the kick to Quiros. Now stolen by the Cougars. Quiros trying to get it back, and just before it goes out of bounds, Ryan Wallace reels it in, and he gets that one over to Eduardo Flores. Mondragon brings that one over to the far side. Kick toward the box, and that one's going to roll past goal and go out of bounds. 31-35 remaining in the first half, 1-0 in favor of Yavapai. Loak Borez, the freshman defender from Portland, Oregon, notching the first goal of this game. Gabriel Claudio will chase that one down. And get it over to Flores. Flores past the halfway line. Couple defenders on his 6. Now Quiros with the pass over to Flores. Flores trying to beat his man. That is number 10, Andrew Perez. And that ball is going to bounce out of bounds. And we'll have a corner kick coming up for the Rough Riders with 30-43 remaining in the first half. Eduardo Flores taking this one for Yavapai. Deflected by the keeper and then headed into the box by Yavapai. Excuse me, headed into the goal by Yavapai. So the keeper, Perez, tried to knock that one away, couldn't get it too far, bounces off the head of a Yavapai player and into the net. Two to nothing in favor of the Rough Riders with 30-26 remaining in the first half. This didn't seem like Philip Perez could get enough oomph on that punch trying to get that ball away. And Yavapai certainly took opportunity to get their second goal of the game. South Mountain with the ball. And now Yavapai has it. Manuel Quiros. Quiros gets tripped up. And we're going to get a whistle on the play. Goal scored by Gabriel Claudio. The assist comes from Eduardo Flores. So right now, 2 goals by Yavapai, both scored by defenders. Loak Borez with the first one, and now Gabriel Claudio with the second. The sophomore from Yuma, that is his third marker of the season as Jonathan Mayen gets ready for a free kick here. Keeps that one on the ground. Ball scoots away. Yavapai, however, retains possession. Isaac Flores with it. Mondragon at the halfway line. He'll just roll that one over to Flores. Now over to Loak Borez. Borez kicking it toward the net. And diving attempt there by Perez. Ball hits off his hands. However, no harm, no foul there as the ball gets away from the box. Play right around the middle of the field now as South Mountain has the ball, but not for long. Mondragon steals that one away. And Yavapai brings it down the far side. Long kick toward the net. Deflected off the foot of one of the South Mountain defenders. Now taking the ball is number 10, Andrew Perez. Isaac Flores gets it back for the Rough Riders. Passes that one to Claudio. Claudio, who notched a header into goal just a couple minutes ago. Yavapai again coming down the far side of the field. Long kick toward goal. And a leaping catch almost made by Perez. And then Borez coming in with the kick, and that one goes way high over the net. I believe it cleared the upper fence and lands on Gurley Street. Don't know who they're going to send after that ball, but I know one thing, ain't going to be me. South Mountain getting ready to kick this one away with 27:47 remaining in the first half. It's 2-0 Yavapai. Yavapai currently sitting at number 6 in the conference standings as that ball goes out of bounds. Good opportunity by Yavapai over the next couple of days to get some wins and try to move up in the standings, including today. Rough Riders will be hosting 2 teams who have yet to get a win in 2019. South Mountain 0-10-1, Gateway College, who Yavapai will play here Saturday night, 0-12 on the season. And that one will fly out of bounds. Borres will throw this one in for the Rough Riders. 26:45 remaining in the first half. Fenton with it. The Quiros. Quiros with the pass to Claudio. Claudio with the shot, and that one just misses over the top of the net. Gabriel Claudio ending up on the All-ACCAC team, on the All-ACCAC first team last year. Now Borres trying to get it past the halfway line. Instead, he'll drop it back to Flores. Now Flores brings it into Cougar territory. Long pass to Borres. Borres has to chase that one down just before it goes out of bounds at the corner. Kicks toward the goal. And just misses the heads of a couple of leaping Yavapai players. Claudio will chase that one down, and that will go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to say last touched by the Rough Riders, so it will be South Mountain throw-in. Headed by the Rough Riders. Now South Mountain gets the ball back. Long kick into Yavapai territory. And that's just going to bounce into the box, easily fielded by Rabaska. Isaac Flores over to Borres. Now back to Flores. Mondragon kicking it through the circle to Claudio. Claudio has the ball skip off his foot. South Mountain gets it. That's number 14, Elijah Blackgoat. And now stolen by Claudio. Mahan coming in to get the ball. Mahan taking it through the circle. Coming up to the far side. Passes that one off to one of his teammates. Now long kick toward goal. And that one's going to clear the goal and go out of bounds with 24:30 remaining in the first half. It's 2-0 Yavapai. Borres and Claudio, the goal scorers, as Adam Heppy gets ready to kick this one away for South Mountain. Ball up in the air, won by Mahan. A couple defenders in his pocket, but he's able to get the pass off to Flores. Now Borres. Borres gets around his defender. Still being pursued, turns, kicks. Ball hits off the foot of McKay Anderson. Still in bounds, recovered by South Mountain. They kick it toward the halfway line. Waiting there for it is Isaac Flores. Flores kick toward the box. Header, bouncer, out of bounds. Perez will retrieve that ball and roll it over to Hepe. Hepe, sophomore for South Mountain. One of 6 sophomores on this Cougar squad. Claudio again with the ball. South Mountain player falls, but play continues as that one rolls out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Number 3, Noel Segala, throwing it in for South Mountain. Ball up in the air, and South Mountain has it. Kick toward the box, stolen by Mondragon. South Mountain with just no attacks on net so far in this game as Claudio has it down the far side. Kick toward the box, into the hands of the keeper, Perez. Goals have been very few and very far between to come by for the Cougars this year. South Mountain, in fact, they have been shut out in their last 3 games. 8 of their 10 losses this year have been by shutout. Yavapai looking to make it 9 shutouts against South Mountain this year. Pass over to Borges with 21:43 to go in the first half. 2-0 Yavapai as that one gets kicked out of bounds by the Cougars, and Borges will throw this one in. Loic Borges, who spent time with the Portland Timbers Youth Academy. South Mountain able to run the ball down, and they try to take it down the far side of the field. Michael Miller with it. Now cross over to number 5, Eliel Peraza. He's able to get that one over to Dair Figueroa. Loose ball in the box. Claudio has it. Passes to Fenton. Fenton trying to break away, and they're going to call offsides on Fenton. Well, Tucker Fenton denied what could have been his 7th goal of the season. In fact, Fenton tied for 5th in the conference in goals scored with 6. McKay Anderson with the kick, headed out of the box. Battle for the ball, and South Mountain going to come up with it. That's Peraza. Peraza with the kick, and that one goes wide. And we are going to take a break here. It looks like water break time for these two sides. 20:06 remaining in the first half. Our score is 2-0 in favor of Yavapai. Loic Borges, Gabriel Claudio, they have the goals. Well, not exactly the hottest of days here in Prescott, as fall is definitely upon us. Right now, the weather is sunny and just 66 degrees. The expected high here today in Prescott, just 69. In fact, I believe according to the weather report we had on KYCA this morning, temperature could get down to about 30 degrees tonight. All I know is we're going to be wrapped up well before sundown, so we won't have to worry about freezing. Mentioned before that Yavapai, they are one of 4 Arizona teams ranked in the top 20 in the latest NJCAA rankings. The other Arizona-based teams, Pima College, they are number 8 in the nation. And then you start getting bunched up around the middle there with Arizona Western at number 13, Phoenix College at number 14, and then Yavapai at number 17. In fact, Arizona, Pima, and Phoenix, they are 1, 2, 3 in the standings in the ACCAC, with Yavapai coming in at number 6. But again, Yavapai, good chance to make up some ground this week with games against 2 winless teams in South Mountain and Gateway. After that, it's going to get pretty tough. Yavapai College, they travel to Arizona Western on the 17th. Then on the 19th, Rough Riders back here for the homecoming game against Pima College. And that is definitely going to be one heck of a battle, and we will be live streaming that game, so I definitely want to tune into that. So the water break over. We are ready to get back to action. 20:06 to go in the first half. It is Yavapai 2, South Mountain nothing. Rabaska kicks that one away. Yavapai with it. Across to Mayan, ball deflected by Figueroa. Good job by him breaking up that pass as the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Rough Riders. Looks like Eduardo Flores taking it. Actually, correction, they're going to bring in Borges to throw that one in for the Rough Riders. Long throw in off the hand of the keeper and into the net it goes. And it looks like Gabriel Claudio turned, kicked, and put that one in for his second goal of the game. Again, ball hit off the palms of Perez, rolled over to Claudio. Claudio just turned and fired that one in. Goal number 2 for the sophomore defender today. And for Claudio, that is his 4th goal of the season. The assist on that one is going to go to Borges. Loac Borges, that is his 6th assist in 2019. Probably no surprise, Gabriel Claudio getting involved in the offense. Very good offensive defenseman, as they would say in hockey. In fact, last year, Claudio with 8 goals and 4 assists. Speaking of offense, Kiddos with the kick, but a nice short dive there by Perez to knock that one away and out of bounds. Again, Claudio, 8 goals, 4 assists last year for the Rough Riders. Halfway to that goal total for this year. So a dual threat for Yavapai in the form of Claudio. Jonathan Mayan, who has 1 assist today, does the corner kick. Bouncing ball into the hands of Perez. This time he is able to hold on to it. With 18 minutes remaining in the first half, it's 3-0 Yavapai College. High kick into Rough Rider territory. Headed by Flores over to Borges. Borges now with a goal and an assist on his stat sheet today as that one rolls out of bounds. And Borges to throw this one in, gets it over to Fenton. Isaac Flores turns, kicks toward goal, and that one bounces just wide of net. Pepe to kick this one for the Cougars. Off the foot of Borges. Gets it to Mayan, now back to Borges. Borges beats the defender. Now, man, nice sliding kick there by number 5, Eliel Peraza. Now here's South Mountain. Going to try to get on the attack, and knocked over is Michael Miller. Loose ball kicked out of bounds by Isaac Flores. Miller kind of wrapped from behind, tripped and fell, but no whistle there. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. Dair Figueroa will do the duty here with 16:20 remaining in the first half. 3-0 Rough Riders. Headed by Claudio, high up in the air. Taken on the bounce by Mayan. Long kick toward Manuel Quiros. And they're going to call that offsides. Kick coming for South Mountain. Joe Gonzalez, the freshman midfielder, going to do it. On kick toward the box. Headed up in the air. And there's a kick, and over the goal it goes, off the foot of McKay Anderson. Anderson played it off his chest, got it on the ground, got the boot, but a little too much on that one. Logan Rabaska setting it up for the kick with 15:25 to go in the first half, 3-0 YC. That one goes off the head of Gonzalez, chased down by Manuel Quiros, passes it back to Borges. Borges kicks toward goal, and kicks it over the goal, out of bounds. And it looks like Adam Hepe will kick this one away for the Cougars. Line, drive, kick into Yavapai territory, off the head of Claudio. Couple headers in there, finally bounces in the circle. South Mountain with the ball. Off the heel of Anderson. Now Claudio with it for the Rough Riders. Back to Claudio. That goes off the chest of, looks like Orozco. Comes Yavapai. Deflected off of a South Mountain defender and goes out of bounds with 14:04 left to go in the first half. 3-0 Yavapai. Jonathan Mayen, looks like he'll take the corner kick here for the Rough Riders. Players gather in the box. Headed up in the air by Hepe. Another header, this one by Fenton, another header. Spin fired by Fulop. And another kick by Fulop, up in the air. There's the header over to Manuel Quiros. He chases that one down before it goes out of bounds. He turns, beats the defender. Now the kick into the box. Passes about 3 or 4 Rough Riders. Now another line drive kick into the goal. It's good. And it looks like that's Jonathan Mayen who picks up the goal. Great shot there by Jonathan Mayen to put it into the corner of the goal. And for Mayen, his 7th goal of the season. And that puts Yavapai up 4-0 with 13:20 left to go in the first half. So a good job there on the corner kick by Manuel Quiros picking up the assist for Yavapai. You know, like I said, that ball skipped past about 3 or 4 different Rough Riders before Mayen finally got a foot on it and then fired it off for the goal. Goal and an assist today by Jonathan Mayen, also for Manuel Quiros. His first assist of the day. He now has 8 on the season. In fact, Quiros with a goal and an assist in last Saturday's victory over Mesa College, where Yavapai didn't even score in the entire first half. Here, 4 goals already in the opening stanza. 12:19 left to go in the first half. Kick by Perez, doesn't go very far. Picked up at the halfway line by Ryan Wallace, then he loses it. Manuel Coronado gets it for the Cougars, and now stolen back by Yavapai, now stolen again by South Mountain. Pass intended for Miller, ball gets away from him, Yavapai picks it up. And now we get a whistle on the play. Looks like it's going to be South Mountain ball. Foul called against Yavapai. Cougars still with the ball. Long cross. And that one will be fielded by Quiros. Quiros trying to get around Eliel Peraza. Now South Mountain steals it. Coronado. Rolling kick. Intercepted by Claudio, who gets that one over to Ryan Wallace. Back to Claudio. Now Claudio just going to roll that one over to Logan Rabasca. Rabasca, with number 10 Andrew Perez bearing down on him, just kicks that one over to the far side. Ball bounces out of bounds in front of the scorekeeper's table. .57 remaining in the first half. As South Mountain throws that one back in. Up in the air. Big shove there. Looked like on Isaac Flores by Jesse Amarias. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in by the Rough Riders. Mayen has it. And into the circle for Eduardo Flores. Now cross over to Wallace. Ball skips by Manuel Quiros, but right there to get it is Eduardo Flores. Now Flores with the cross to Quiros. Ball skips off his foot, stolen by Peraza. Ball in the circle. Peraza with it again. Long pass intercepted by Mondragon. Now Isaac Flores on the far side. Passes it to Borges. Through the circle, Gabriel Claudio with it. Claudio to Flores, pass to Quiros. Now he gets the pass off to Wallace. Wallace turning. Ball gets a little bit away from him. Peraza trying to get it away. And whistle on the play. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Rough Riders. Looks like it will be Ryan Wallace to put his foot into it here. With 9:10 remaining in the first half. 4-0 Yavapai. A little low kick, low to the ground kick, and Yavapai still with it. Quiros wins that one in the air, and now he's going to pass it back to Isaac Flores. Flores with the kick toward the box. Headed by Hepe. And then cleared into Yavapai territory by the Cougars. Michael Miller has it. Miller directing traffic. Trying to get the offense going for South Mountain. Pass over to Peraza. Peraza kick toward the box. Cleared by Gabriel Claudio. Off the foot of Fenton. Trying to chase it down is Quiros, but can't catch up to it in time. It goes out of bounds. 8:18 left to go in the first half. It's 4-0 Yavapai. Peraza with it. And a diving header there by Claudio. Battle for the ball. South Mountain wins it. Manuel Coronado has it. Gets the pass over to Peraza. He gets the ball just before it goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Coronado now, and Coronado has this one get away from him, goes out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Rough Riders. Gabriel Claudio to do the honors. Claudio, a graduate of Cibola High School down in Yuma. Headed by Peraza, out of bounds, and another throw-in for the Rough Riders with 7:30 remaining in the first half. 4-0 lead for YC. Wallace off the chest of Fenton. Fenton taking it up to the halfway line. Crosses that one to Mayen. Mayen with the lead pass to Borges. Borges trying to slip around the defense. Turns, fires, and out of bounds into the fence. Loic Borges. He, Jonathan Mayen, and keeper Eli Williams will join me Saturday morning on the Tri-City Sports Roundup on KYCA 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, online at kyca.info. Tri-City Sports Roundup coming to you at 8:06 Saturday morning. So join us and find out a little more about Yavapai from those three players, all of whom having very good seasons for the Rough Riders. Isaiah Strong with the pass over to Flores. Gets it past a couple of defenders to Tucker Fenton. Fenton turns, kicks it through a couple of South Mountain defenders, but the ball rolls out of bounds. Found a nice gap between the defense, but Fenton just couldn't connect on that shot. Tucker Fenton, who played his high school soccer at Sunny Slope, where he amassed 89 goals in his career and was also named the Metro Region Player of the Year for the 2017-2018 season. Yavapai gets the ball back. Mayen has it along the far side. Now over to Isaiah Strong. Eduardo Flores takes it for the Rough Riders. Kick, and it goes right into the hands of Philip Perez. Eduardo Flores in the circle. Pass to Quiros. Quiros' pass gets intercepted by the Cougars. Big push from behind by Paul Fulop. He's going to get called for the foul as he knocked down Chris Cortez. 4:49 remaining in the first half. It's 4-0 Yavapai. Free kick coming up for South Mountain. Adam Hepe. Manuel Quiros gets the header, brings it toward the box. Cross, shot, and deflected by the keeper, and a nice kick there by Hepe to clear it from the net. Nice kind of Matrix-style karate kick there by Hepe to make sure the game stays 4-0. Mayen gets around one defender, but it's cleared by Dair Figueroa. Reeled in by Borges on the far side. Kicks it toward the goal. Up in the air. Who's going to win it? No one right there. Now Fulop has it. Fulop with the kick. Second kick by Fulop, and that one! Oh, I thought it went in, but it just missed the net. Wait a minute, I guess it did go in. It might have gone in and went under the netting, apparently. So that one fooled me, but yeah, the goal music is playing. There is a 5 on the scoreboard, so give that goal to Paul Fulop, his 6th of the season. So Paul Fulop, on a good second effort, gives Yavapai another goal. It's 5-0 Rough Riders. Quiros with it, kicks it past a couple of defenders. Fenton has it, actually pushes another defender out of the way, makes the kick, but it's a roller that gets scooped up by Philip Perez. 3:20 remaining in the first half, 5-0 Yavapai. Bouncing ball headed by Fulop. Quiros tried to get it, but it gets knocked away by a South Mountain defender, and diving on it is Philip Perez. Under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. As the ball bounces out of bounds, Borges to throw it in for the Rough Riders. Gets that one out to Strong. Out to Eduardo Flores. Fenton turns, splits some defenders, gets it over to Mayen. Now to Borges. Borres taking it down the far side. Toward the box. Into the box. There's the shot. And it hits off of a South Mountain defender. Looked like that was Adam Hepe who deflected that one out of bounds. Should be a corner kick for Yavapai with 2:10 remaining in the first half. It's been all Yavapai in this game. Kick by the Rough Riders, headed by Mondragon, almost into the net, but stopping the shot is Philip Perez. Mondragon trying to be another Yavapai defender to get a goal today. Borres chasing it down for the Rough Riders. Ball will go out of bounds. Borres with a goal and an assist in today's game. As we are down to 50 seconds remaining in the first half. South Mountain player gets tripped up. Little physicality there on the far side. Ball gets loose. Mondragon has it. Kicks toward the box. Headed away by South Mountain. Strong with it. Strong the pass over on the far side. Kick toward net. Header by Flores. That goes out of bounds. And it looks like Hepe will set up for the kick here with 23 seconds remaining in the first half. And it has been an all Yavapai first half here at sun-soaked Ken Lindley Field. Final countdown underway. 4 seconds left to go in the half as the ball bounces through the center circle. And that will do it. Horn sounds and the first half is in the books. And after one half of play, our score, Yavapai College 5, South Mountain nothing. Goals in this half by Gabriel Claudio. He has 2 of them actually. Jonathan Mayen, Paul Fulop, and Loac Borres with the scoring for the Rough Riders. We're going to take about a 10-minute break here on our live stream. Thank you very much for joining us on the live stream here on kyca.info. Live stream courtesy of the Prescott Media Center. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes again. I'm John Rust, and I'll see you in a few. All right. Yep, this is about as one-sided as you can get. Yeah. No, they've working with their defense. They don't want to get that up to 12 or more. What did I have in here? Oh yeah, 5 games. South Mountain has allowed double-digit goals. And welcome back to Ken Lindley Field here in Prescott, Arizona. John Rust with you here. Thank you for joining us on our live stream here on kyca.info and the Prescott Media Center. 5-0 our score here. Yavapai College over South Mountain as we get set to start the second half. Gabriel Claudio with 2 goals today. Jonathan Mayen, Paul Fulop, and Loic Borres with a goal apiece for the Rough Riders. Mayen and Borres also a goal and an assist on their stat sheets as South Mountain heads back out on the field. Yavapai looking to go up 11-3 on the season. South Mountain, well, if they can't get something going here in the second half, something big going here in the second half, they're going to leave Prescott with an 0-11-1 record. And action underway here in the second half. Yavapai with the ball. Isaiah Strong. Long pass and headed by Fulop. Played by Quiros. Now ball gets away and it'll be South Mountain. Number 10, Andrew Perez with the kick. Ball rolls to the keeper, Rabaska. He kicks that one away. Wallace kicking it back to Isaiah Strong. Strong sends it deep and goes over the head of Manuel Quiros. But a roller that goes past the net. So the score remains 5-0. South Mountain with just 4 goals on the season and in danger of being shut out for the 9th time this year. It has definitely been a struggle for the Cougars here in 2019. Also a struggle for the Gateway Geckos as well. That is the team Yavapai will face here Saturday night at 6 p.m. And KYCA and Prescott Media Center, we will live stream that game for you. That goes off the foot of Abel Montez. Fulop with it over to Mayen. Mayen knocks that one over to Wallace. Wallace taking it down the near sideline. Passes it back to Isaiah Strong. Strong sends it. Borres chasing it down. And now he's going to pass it over to Isaac Flores. And the substitutes are warming up on the sidelines for Yavapai. Header right into the hands of a leaping Philip Perez. Good save there by Perez to keep it a 5-0 game as he punched that one high and into Rough Rider territory off the head of Borres. And Wallace able to keep that one from going out of bounds, passes over to Fulop. Fulop to Flores, loses the ball for a second. Battle for the ball and trying to come up with it is Montez. Wallace all around him, ball tight ropes along the hash mark and that one is going to go out of bounds. Segala to throw it in for South Mountain. As it looks like Coach Panleon going to get ready to put in all of his substitutes, it looks like, for Yavapai. As we're down to 41-43 to go in the second half. It's 5-0 Yavapai. Miller with the kick, and that one is way wide of net. Rabaska doesn't have to worry about stopping that one. And he will set up for the kick. Logan Rabaska, native of Phoenix. Up in the air, Claudio tries to reel that one in. Goes over to the far side. Claudio finally able to get a hold of it. Claudio into the box, but kicked away by Jepe. South Mountain sends it deep into Yavapai territory. Robaska just going to back up, field the ball, and then throw it out to Isaiah Strong. Strong past the halfway line. Sends it toward the box. Off the chest of Claudio, but he loses it for a second. Now Fenton with the kick, and Fenton! A diving stop there by Philip Perez. Deflected that one out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for the Rough Riders. Jonathan Mayen to take it for Yavapai. Mayen from Upland, California, and punching it clear of the net is the keeper, Perez. And now South Mountain tries to get that one out of the box. They do. Kick it down the far side of the field. Now they send it deep. Header by Mondragon. Chasing it down is Strong. Wallace. And a shot by Fenton right into the chest of Perez. Hard shot there by Tucker Fenton. Just couldn't get it into the goal. Wallace with it at the near side. He's going to send that one toward goal and caught by the keeper, Perez. 39-14 remaining in the second half. It's 5-zip Yavapai. Mondragon trying to chase that one down. Instead, he's just going to let Robaska handle it. Long kick there by Strong to Wallace. Wallace plays on the bounce, now off the leg of Segala. He sends it down the near sideline. Isaiah Strong picks it up for the Rough Riders. Toward goal, and a leaping catch made by the keeper, Perez. Perez boots that one into Rough Rider territory. Now Claudio with it. Claudio bringing it toward the box. And there's a kick into the corner of the net. Tucker Fenton. After about 2 or 3 earlier tries, Fenton finally buries it and picks up the goal. Tucker Fenton, the former Sunny Slope Viking, getting his 7th goal of the year for the Rough Riders, and he makes this a 6-0 Yavapai lead. Gabriel Claudio picking up the assist for Yavapai. Claudio with 5 points in this game tonight. 2 goals, 1 assist for the sophomore defender. Headed by Wallace out of the box. South Mountain picks up the ball. That's Figueroa. Bouncing ball, and Yavapai gets it, and Strong will clear that one. Battle for the ball. South Mountain going to come up with it. Gonzalez over on the far side. Long kick toward the box, and that is headed by the Yavapai defense. Ryan Wallace with it. Wallace is going to kick it back to the keeper, Robaska. Jepe with it at the circle. Passes that one over to Figueroa. Kick, looked like the pass was intended for Perez, but Yavapai steals it, and now Robaska with a big throw down the far side and winds up throwing it out of bounds. 36:40 left to go in the second half, with Yavapai up 6-0. Ball in the circle. Hepe has it for the Cougars. Now over on the far side of the field. Pass over to Figueroa. Now Black Goat. Hepe kicks that one off of Strong. And Loic Bore is going to pick it up for Yavapai. Now he's going to pass it toward the circle to Strong. Skips off the head of number 7, McKay, but Yavapai gets the ball back. That's Isaac Flores. Pass down the near sideline to Borres. He's going to send that one to the box. Headed away by South Mountain. Fenton picks it up for the Rough Riders. Mayen with it. Mayen can't find a clear shot. He's going to pass that one back over on the far side. Now long kick toward the box. Off the chest of McKay Anderson. Borres with it. Borres turned, couldn't take the shot there. Ball gets away from him. Anderson trying to catch up to the ball. Borres now trying to go for it. Ball gets kicked down the far side of the field. Now Manuel Quiros with it. Quiros gets tripped up. Play continues. South Mountain with the ball on the far sidelines. Roller to Claudio. Pass over to Strong near the circle. He's going to give that one over to Isaac Flores. Bouncing ball in the box. Kick. Roller right into the hands of a kneeling Philip Perez. 34:48 to go in the second half. 6-0 Yavapai. Yavapai 4 goals away from hanging a double-digit score on South Mountain for the 6th time this season for them. Flores pass to the circle. And now Anderson with it for South Mountain. Ball rolls away from Perez. Mondragon gets it for the Rough Riders to Flores. Flores taking it out of the circle. Pass to Fenton. Fenton kicks it toward the near side of the field to Borres. To Eddie Flores. Fenton backheel kick, but it's cleared by the Cougar defense. Yavapai gets the ball back. Strong. He's going to cross that one over to Jonathan Mayen. Mayen in the circle. Pass over on the far side of the field now. Strong in the circle. Now a little tic-tac-toe pass in here for the Rough Riders. Long kick by Isaac Flores, and playing it on the bounce will be the keeper, Philip Perez. Perez waiting for players to drop back before he punts it. That one lands around the far side of the field. Trying to chase it down is Ryan Wallace, but that one's going to go out of bounds. Yavapai to throw it in with 32:58 to go in the second half. It's 6-0 Rough Riders over South Mountain. Fenton has that pass stolen by South Mountain, and now a big boot there by Segala as they clear that one downfield. Logan Rabaska comes out of net, fields that one, and he'll get that one over to Claudio. Eddie Flores off the foot of Mayen, and then kicked by Hepe. And that one will... Actually, they're going to call a foul on South Mountain on that one. Looks like Hepe might have made contact there with Mayen. Now Mayen going to pass that one back to Mondragon. Over to Flores. Flores comes past the halfway line, gets the ball, and sends it over to Borres. Strong with it now for the Rough Riders. Gets it over to Flores. Borres. Flores bringing it toward the box. Gets past a couple of South Mountain defenders, but can't turn and get a good shooting angle. Tries to take the shot, but it goes wide in net. Yeah, well, it looks like we're about to have massive substitutions for Yavapai. Coach Pantaleone emptying his bench and giving some of his second stringers some playing time. Yavapai up 6-0 with 31:20 left to go in the second half. South Mountain, they have yet to get a shot on goal in this game. Come close a few times, but have not been able to connect. Segala with it, sends it deep into Yavapai territory, headed by Ivan Harris. Now chasing it down, number 11, Jalen Atkinson. Rough Riders with it on the far side of the field. Pass intended for Tinsley, stolen by Hepe. Long kick by South Mountain. Header there by Claudio. Arguello with it for the Rough Riders. He's going to cross that one over to number 12, Alfredo Vega. Vega to Brandon Fisher. Eddie Flores rolling pass to Fulop. Fulop taking the shot off a South Mountain defender. Cougars trying to clear it. Fulop has the ball, now loses it. Cleared by the Cougars, but Vega has it. Pass intercepted by Anderson. Fighting for the ball is Fisher. He comes in. He gets that one over to Arguello. Now to Fisher. Arguello with the pass over to Vega. Vega battling for the ball. Gets it at the near sidelines. Vega turns, shoots, hits off the leg of Segala. And South Mountain going to kick that one out of bounds. With 29:24 remaining in the second half, Vega to throw it in to Eddie Flores. Pass deflected by South Mountain. And now Hepe gets that one over to the circle. Long kick, and Rabaska gonna boot that one high in the air. Fisher plays it on the bounce. Try to get it to Vega. Ball skips by him, but Ivan Harris is there to pick it up for Yavapai. Now to Claudio. Claudio kicks it past the halfway line to Arguello. Pass to Brandon Fisher. Fisher near the box. He takes the shot, and it goes off the hands of Perez. Brandon Fisher, he's been heating up his play here in the second half. Fisher with 5 goals and an assist this season, most of them coming in the second half of action. In fact, Fisher with a go-ahead goal in Saturday's game against Mesa. A 4-2 victory for the Rough Riders after Yavapai trailed in that contest 2-0 at halftime. No such problem here for Yavapai as they're up 6-0 with 28 minutes left to go in regulation. Gabriel Claudio with the pass over to Fisher. The Bradshaw Mountain grad taking it down into the Cougar territory to Tinsley. Tinsley tried to get that one over to Fisher, intercepted by Segala. Now to Fisher. To Arguello. Yavapai just passing the ball around, looking for their opportunity. Shot hits off the shoulder of a South Mountain player, and on a second effort, Yavapai buries it. Goal number 7 on the day for the Rough Riders. Still 0 on the scoreboard for South Mountain. And that goal coming at 27:24 remaining in the second half. Yavapai with the ball again. Eddie Flores. Enrique Zamora picking up the goal for Yavapai. Yavapai, in case you're curious, they have completely dominated the all-time series here against South Mountain as Fisher kicked toward goal, and on one knee, Perez makes the stop. There have been 62 meetings all time between Yavapai College and South Mountain on the pitch, and Yavapai has won 61 of them. And it looks like they are on their way to winning 62. Miller gets the pass over to Amarias. Amarias, not much behind that kick. It rolls into the hands of a diving Rabaska. And now Fisher has the ball at the halfway line. Threads the defense, gets the pass over to Fulop, but Fulop inadvertently kicks that one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Noel Segala. Pause in the action as the Cougars make a substitution. And now Segala ready to throw it in. He gets that one over to Hepe. And now Fulop trying to steal the ball away. Loose ball. There's Fulop. Fulop with a shot, but had a bad angle and misses wide of net. Fulop trying for his second goal of the day. Couldn't get it there on the attempted breakaway. And now Hepe to kick this one away for the Cougars. Gavin Tinsley coming in trying to get the ball. South Mountain still in possession. Line drive kick. Ivan Harris gets it. Battle for the ball in the circle. 2-on-1. South Mountain able to win it. Pass over to Anderson. Anderson playing a little keep away there on Fisher. Passes it back to Segala. And a big-time header there by Jalen Atkinson. South Mountain still has it on the far side. Kick in the box. Header by Miller. And that one goes into the hands of the keeper, Rabaska, and that might count as a shot on goal. If so, that'll be the first one that South Mountain has had. Vega passes that one over to Fulop. Fulop charging toward the box. Pass to Tinsley. Tinsley gets it. No one in goal, and Tinsley with the easy shot into the net. Gavin Tinsley catches the keeper Perez out of position, but we have got a South Mountain player down and now back up. Third goal of the season for Gavin Tinsley, the freshman attacker from West Lynn, Oregon. And hello to all the folks over in West Lynn who are watching our live stream, and I'm sure celebrating that goal by Gavin Tinsley. Who made the All Three Rivers League team in 2018 while playing for West Lynn High School. So 8 goals for Yavapai College, scored by 7 different players. The one Rough Rider with a multi-goal game today is Gabriel Claudio. In fact, Claudio with 2 goals and an assist today for Yavapai. As Fisher goes for the header there, but the ball bounces over him and out of bounds. So South Mountain will kick it away with 24 minutes remaining in regulation. 8-0 Yavapai. And in the 2 meetings between Yavapai and South Mountain this year, the Rough Riders scoring a total of 20 goals. And we still have plenty of time left in this game. So don't be surprised if Yavapai gets a few more and makes it the second time they've posted double digits against South Mountain this season. Claudio on the far side. A lot of Yavapai's second string out on the field right now, with Yavapai on top 8-0 in this one. Ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars, and we get a whistle on the play. And I think actually the official was using this as an opportunity to stop play and take a water break. I mean, not the official taking a water break, I mean both teams taking a mandated water break. So 23:05 remaining in the second half. It is 8-0 in favor of Yavapai. Let's run down the goal scorers here for the Rough Riders. 2 off the foot of Gabriel Claudio. Okay, actually correction on that. 1 off the foot and 1 off the head of Gabriel Claudio. Tucker Fenton, Gavin Tinsley, Jonathan Mayen, Paul Fulop, Enrique Zamora, and Loic Bores, all with a goal for the Rough Riders. More sports coming up for you on our KYCA Prescott Media Center live streams. Tomorrow night we'll be over at Bill Shepherd Field on the campus of Prescott High School. It's rivalry night. The Prescott football team taking on Bradshaw Mountain as we take air at 6:45 with the pregame show. Then Saturday, we are back here at Ken Lindley Field, Yavapai College, taking on 0-12 Gateway College. That gets underway at 6 p.m. right here on KYCA.info and the Prescott Media Center. So no matter where you are in the world, you can catch Yavapai College soccer action along with Prescott football action. In fact, last Saturday when I was here for the Yavapai Mesa game, ran into a fan who said the parents of the player who was the keeper for Mesa College, they were watching our live stream in Portugal. So players forming up on the field right now as we get ready to resume action at Ken Lindley Field. Throw-in coming up for the Rough Riders, who lead it 8-0. Bouncing ball, Yavapai gets it. Arguello kicks it past the circle. Now South Mountain gets the ball back. Perez kicking it over to number 20, the other Perez, Miguel Perez on the far side. Andrew Perez trying to chase that one down. Yavapai steals it away. Heading toward the box, but stolen by Andrew Perez. Now a battle for the ball at the far sidelines and rolls out of bounds, and they're going to say last touched by the Rough Riders. Throw in by South Mountain. Bores. Now Yavapai with it. Pass to Fisher, but cleared by South Mountain. That one's going to bounce out of bounds on the far side of the field. Still close to the South Mountain net. Big kick, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Skip off the netting behind goal. And we do have a new keeper for South Mountain. No other keeper is listed on the roster, and I cannot make out the keeper's number. I don't even think he's wearing one, so I really have no idea who that is in net for South Mountain. Yavapai with the ball with 20:40 remaining in the second half. Vega gets the pass over to Jalen Atkinson. Arguello with it now. He's going to send that one over to Fisher. Fisher in the box, turns, gets the pass, and there's a kick, but a little too much on that one. Looked like that was Gavin Tinsley trying to go for his second goal of the game, but kicked it way high over net. And we have confirmation on the new keeper for South Mountain. That is Chris Cortez taking over the goalkeeper duties from Philip Perez. And Yavapai getting ready to make some more substitutions with 19:42 left to go in the second half. Yavapai up 8-0 over South Mountain. Kick by the Cougars. That goes off the foot of Andrew Perez. Chasing it down is Anderson. Anderson trying to get through the Yavapai defense. Nice kick by Arguello to clear that one from net. Now Tinsley to Arguello. Arguello near the halfway line gets it to Fenton. Fenton passing it over to Atkinson. Long pass toward the box. And Cortez comes in and kicks that one away. And I think we're going to get a foul, I believe, called against Yavapai. So Hepe will kick this one for the Cougars. And Fisher will track that one down, take it past the halfway line. Crosses it over to Tucker Fenton. Fenton to Fisher. Fisher trying to get around Segala. Ball knocked away, stolen by South Mountain. They're going to get it out of the box. Line drive kick off the foot of Miller. Now Miller gets the ball back for the Cougars. Takes into Yavapai territory. Long kick toward goal. And fielded by Claudio. Gets that to Atkinson. And Claudio's just going to kick that one over to Rabaska, who launches it back into South Mountain territory. Bouncing ball. Cougars going to catch up to this, and they're going to kick it to the new keeper, Cortez, who kicks that one to the far side of the field with 17:42 remaining in the second half. 8-0 Rough Riders. Certainly not the nail-biter of a game we had last Saturday when Yavapai took on Mesa. Mesa with 2 goals in the first half, and then Yavapai with 4 in the second half. As Rabaska hauls that one in, and he's going to roll that one over to Claudio on the far side. Atkinson with it. He'll pass that one over to Vega. Vega, along the near sidelines, gets it to Fisher. Passes it over to Tinsley. Gavin Tinsley with a goal in today's contest. Kick into the box, and Cortez going to let that one roll onto his foot and then give a little low-level kick. That will be taken by Andrew Perez. Ball out of bounds, throw-in coming up for the Cougars with 16:30 left to go in the second half. Off the foot of Claudio. And Claudio gets tripped up. That's going to be a foul coming up on South Mountain. I believe that call is going to go against Miguel Perez, the freshman midfielder. Good day today by Gabriel Claudio with 2 goals and an assist on his stat sheet. Kick by Rabaska. Couple of headers, and finally, McKay Anderson gets it for the Cougars. Miller. He's going to send a rolling pass over to Peraza on the far side. Now a big boot toward goal. Off the foot of Vega and then fielded on the bounce by Rabaska. Brandon Fisher taking it for the Rough Riders with 15 minutes to go in regulation. He's going to send that one way downfield. I don't think Vega's going to catch up to it in time. Segala has it, and Segala just going to kick it out of bounds. Alfredo Vega, the freshman defender, will throw it in as we have substitutions for the Rough Riders with 14:44 to go in the second half. Join me on the Tri-City Sports Roundup Saturday morning at 8:06 on KYCA, the News 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, and online at kyca.info. I will have 3 members of the Yavapai College Rough Riders joining me in studio. It will be Jonathan Mayen, Loic Bores, and Eli Williams. Williams getting a rest today as Logan Rabaska in goal for the Rough Riders. Anderson gets the throw in for South Mountain. Segala passes it over to Anderson at the near sidelines. Kick there by Amarios. Now Anderson kicking it away. Looked like he heard the footsteps behind him of Brandon Fisher. Ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like they're going to say Fisher last touched it for Yavapai. So Noel Segala to throw it in for the Cougars. Amarius battling Jonathan Mayen for the ball. Amarius giving Mayen a shoulder, knocking him to the ground. So foul against South Mountain. Yavapai possession. Mondragon over to the far side. Arguello lets that ball get by him. Now South Mountain picks it up. Kick toward the box. Ivan Harris gets it. Rolls that one over to Arguello. Vega gets it at the near sideline. Pass to Fisher. Fisher and Segala tangle up with their feet. But Fisher comes up with the ball, and he'll pass that one to Fulop. To Arguello. Arguello kicking it into the circle to Mayen. Now over to Vega. Yavapai on top 8-0 with 12:22 remaining in the second half. Fulop gets that one over to Mayen. Now just a lot of passing going on here for the Rough Riders. Over to Mayen. Jonathan Mayen with a goal and an assist today for Yavapai. Fulop trying to catch up to it. And now turning and shooting is Enrique Zamora. Zamora almost getting his second goal of the day. However, laying out and stopping that shot was Chris Cortez. .11:28 to go in regulation. Vega passes that one back to Pedro Mondragon. Yavapai College, they ended the first half of action up 5-0 and have scored 3 goals here in the second half as Manuel Quiros kicks that one on the ground, and easily scooping up that roller is Chris Cortez. Cougars with the ball, that's Andrew Perez. Kicks that one down the far side to Miguel Perez. Little too much on that. Perez couldn't get a foot on it. Ball rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Rough Riders. South Mountain, their last action before today came on last Saturday. Cougars suffering a 4-0 shutout at the hands of Paradise Valley. Pumas 7-7 on the season. They're actually taking on Phoenix today. That game already underway. All the other action in the ACCAC will take place tonight at 7. Some pretty good contests going on. Mesa at Pima, Chandler Gilbert at Arizona Western. And then you have a couple of sub-500 teams going at it. Gateway at Scottsdale. And again, Gateway College will be here Saturday evening. Game time 6 p.m. and we will be live streaming that contest. Ball gets away from Arguello. Whistle on the play. And I think that trip on Arguello took place inside the box, so it looks like we might be getting a penalty kick here for Yavapai. We'll see how they spot it. Actually, no, they're just going to set it up at the top of the box, it looks like. So that trip did not take place inside the box. Looked pretty close to it, though.
I think that is a corner.
Kick coming here for Yavapai. Jonathan Mayen to take it. And that one goes over the goal and into the netting. Just a little too much on that kick by Mayen. Netting keeps that one from going into the skate park right next door to the soccer field here at Ken Lindley Field. Unlike when we were here last Saturday, and I think there were about 4 balls that landed in the skate park. South Mountain getting ready to kick this one away. 8 minutes remaining in regulation. With the score, 8-0 Yavapai. And a trip there on Tinsley, but play continues. Header by Mondragon. Now to Mayen. And they'll kick this one back to Logan Rabaska. Mondragon going to pass that one to Vega at the near sidelines. Almost went out of bounds. Battle between Anderson and Vega. Anderson wins it for South Mountain. Ball in the air. Mayen reels it in. Pass to Arguello. Back to Jonathan Mayen. He sends that one. Racing to catch up to it is Full Up. Full Up gets shouldered by his opposite number, Hepe. What? Are they going to call a handball on Full Up? What? Okay, well, that one was a mystery to me. South Mountain got the kick there. And then Yavapai gets the ball right back. Manuel Quiros. South Mountain trying to steal it. Ball gets away from the SM player, and that one will roll onto the foot of the keeper, Cortez. Off the head of Mondragon. Bouncing ball, South Mountain going to win it, and Yavapai gets it back. Gavin Tinsley. Full up into the box, Full Up. Ball gets loose from him, Cortez comes in and picks it up. And give credit to Adam Hepe coming in there and breaking up the play from Paul Fulop, who already has 1 goal in this game. 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Rough Riders up 8-0 over the Cougars. Brandon Fisher with the ball. Now Mondragon. Okay, Anderson. Long pass off the head of Mondragon. Vega loses the ball, then picks it back up. Now Fisher gets that one over to Gavin Tinsley. Tinsley kicks that one toward the box. Kicked up in the air by Jepe. Now Arguello. Kick roller on the ground that goes wide of net and out of bounds. With 5:19 left to go in regulation, it's 8-0 Yavapai. And it is getting a little cooler here in Prescott. Temp has dropped a couple degrees down to 64, but it looks like the breeze has kicked up just a bit. It's going to get a lot colder tonight. On KYCA weather this morning, we expected the overnight low here in everybody's hometown to get down to about 30 degrees. Good thing we're playing in the afternoon. Probably going to be a little colder tomorrow when we do the Prescott Bradshaw Mountain football game over at Prescott High School. Again, that will be live streamed on kyca.info and the Prescott Media Center. Jonathan Mayen with it for Yavapai to Tinsley. Gets that one over to Arguello. Arguello. Couldn't get the shot off. Stolen by South Mountain. Now off the foot of Mayen with 3:55 to go in regulation. Harris is going to kick that one back to Rabaska. Now Vega, low-level kick. Bounces away, and South Mountain going to get that one. Jepe with the kick, and now Fisher. Sliding kick, now the pass, and it's good! Paul Fuller puts it in off the Brandon Fisher pass. Second goal of the day for Paul Fulop, and that gives the Rough Riders a 9-0 lead over South Mountain. Paul Fulop now with 7 goals on the season. 2 of them coming in this game. So Yavapai just needs 1 more goal to go double digits in scoring on South Mountain for the 2nd time this season. McKay Anderson trying to get that shot on goal off, but it is blocked by, I believe that was Mondragon. Rough Riders with 3 minutes to go to make this a double-digit game as that kick goes over the net, out of bounds. So it looks like Yavapai will improve to 11-3 on the season. Pass to Tinsley. Tinsley working it near the box. Now he's going to send that back to Vega. Back to Tinsley. Tinsley with the kick. And off the hands and then back into the hands of the keeper, Cortez. 2:10 left to go in regulation. It's a 9-0 Yavapai lead. And that ball will bounce out of bounds past the Yavapai keeper. Rabaska getting ready to kick this one away, taking his time. No real rush. 9-0 score and 1:35 remaining in this game. Rabaska signals he's ready and he puts his foot into it. Couple of headers. Tinsley tried to catch up to it. However, that was knocked away by Jepe. Anderson with the ball for South Mountain. Takes it past the halfway line. And it looked like he misfired on that kick. Yavapai gets the ball back with 1 minute, 1 minute to go in regulation. Is South Mountain going to get called for a trip? Joe Gonzalez, the offender on that one. Arguello sends that one Brandon Fisher's way. Off the head of Segala. Fisher gets the ball. Now turns, trying to get around Anderson. Now to Mayen. Vega with it. Sends that one into the box. Going to be cleared by the Cougars. Does not appear that Yavapai is going to get another double-digit win off of South Mountain. However, they're still going to get the win, and that's really all that matters. Whether you win by 1, 2, 9, 12, the win is what's important, not how much. Final countdown here at Ken Lindley Field. The horn sounds, and that will do it for our game. Final score, Yavapai College 9, South Mountain nothing. 2 goals apiece by Gabriel Claudio and Paul Fulop. 1 goal each for Tucker Fenton, Gavin Tinsley, Jonathan Mayen, Enrique Zamora, and Loic Borges. The Rough Riders improved to 11-3 overall on the season, while South Mountain falls to 0-11-1.